Alright, guys, I want to get into this just because I want to voice my opinion. Um, I will start by saying the gameplay means nothing to what I'm about to talk about, and there's probably the potential that some of you already know about it. And what I want to address and speak about is the Twitter situation at the moment with Wrecker and members of the Vanos group, and my opinion on some of the stuff and what I think about it personally. So I want to start by saying, really, fuck Ohm. Like, Ohm Wrecker is honestly by far a horrendous person. I don't care if you want to defend him or what. He is, in my opinion, a vile human being. He is attacking members of the Vanos group just all because, for example, he wasn't invited to the Minecraft server, so he's pretty much got a tufty on and is now trying to accuse them of things and, ruin their careers in a sense. So, for my first example, he's trying to accuse H2O Delirious of molesting girls and all this rubbish, and saying that he's been speaking to underage girls. But then when you look at this girl that he supposedly spoke to, she's got an OnlyFans, and Ohm's trying to say she's 17. She is not 17. It's just made up bullshit that Ohmwrecker is making up just because. Well, why not? What's he got to lose? He ain't part of the Vanos group anymore. Nobody likes him in that group anymore. So he probably wants vengeance. And he's quite honestly a shit person for what he's done and what he's saying over on Twitter. I'm not going to go into massive detail because I don't want to get in trouble. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to cause trouble. I just want to voice my opinion and say how much of a shitbag and how much of a dick Wrecker actually is. Honest to God, he is a vile human being. These people used to be his friends. This is what's getting to me the most. Like, these people he classed as friends. He was part of the friendship group. So I'll I'll go on. I'll start by saying this is how I found it, and it started off with a tweet from Wildcat openly saying, Ohm is one of the dumbest people I've had the misfortune of meeting on YouTube. He has gone on Drama Alert to make accusations with zero evidence or proof. I thought at least he was smart enough to make the video on his own channel, but it seems he sucks worse at YouTube than I thought. So straight away I'm thinking, what's happened? I know that he's not part of the group anymore, and I know he's caused trouble in the past, so I'm thinking, what's happened? Digging into more detail, Ohm starts tweeting things about all these people from the Vanos group saying they're this, they're that. Like, for example, he's saying that he's showing screenshots and saying Delirious should be in trouble with the police and all this, and he's showing pictures of Delirious apparently DMing this girl, but then when you look at the date of these DMs, from years ago, Olmec is bringing up tweets from 2013 that the guys in the Vanos group did for no fucking reason. It was 2013. Times were different. And you've got Keemstar on Drama Alert just trying to get an easy payday, calling out the Vanos group because he was never and will never be as successful as some of these guys are. Personal opinion, I've grown up watching these guys. I've grown up looking up to these guys, and this is why I started YouTube. The Vanos group made me want to do YouTube. They are my childhood. I grew up watching them. And Ohm has started all this trouble just because he's left out. So, for example, again, if I go onto Delirious's Twitter, he said in a recent tweet saying that Ohm would be texting him up and DMing him, asking about people talking about him and that he cheated on his own girlfriend and stuff like this, and he's done it to two different groups. He's done it to the H2O Delirious group, which contains cartoons and people like that, and the Vanos group that everyone knows, you know, Terrorizer, blah blah blah, Wildcat. And Delirious, bless his soul, come out with a statement saying that about this story. So the story is, I'm not going to go into detail. If you want to go and read it, go over to Delirious's Twitter. He's got it on there. I've got to give the man so much respect for actually coming out about it and not hiding away. He's actually come out openly and spoke about it. But long story short, it was before they were big in YouTube. We're talking early 2012, early 2013, late 2012, and pretty much he met this girl online, and he was a bit besotted by her, you know. He's never really had contact before with many like females, for example, and she offered to, him to have this like online chat, you know, like a sexual thing, and Delirious went for it, and without him knowing, she was recording the full chat and then sent it to the group, to the Vanos group. And apparently, which is probably the worst part about it, was that the Vanos, well, not all of them, but certain members of the Vanos group actually asked her to do this. And again, all props to basically I Do Work. Marcel came out on Twitter apologising, saying that he was one of the people that asked this girl to do this, and the sole reason for it was because he wanted to try and get a face reveal of Delirious, and obviously it went a bit sour, and poor Delirious kind of feels embarrassed about it now, and Marcel has said it, he's openly tried to apologise so many times, and Delirious says it's all forgotten about, but basically I Do Work obviously feels so horrendous about it, and you know, nearly jeopardised such a good friendship with Delirious. And it is a shame, like, I get, like, yeah, you're trying to get a face reveal, but you can't outdo your friends like that, you know what I mean? In my opinion, I think it is a bit cruel, but at the same time, I've got to say hats off to Marcel for openly admitting it, he did it, and he's really sorry, you know. If he could go back and turn back time, he would, you know. It's not something that he's happy about, or, you know, he will openly admit that he's in the wrong, and he hates himself for doing it. And Delirious has said, like, openly, he'll never forget it, but the situation will be forgotten, and they just get on with shit, you know. There's nothing that can happen, and I totally get that. But then again, Wildcat tweeted saying that Ohm has directly gone to sponsorship deals that the group are with, trying to like pretty much make sure that the lads don't get it anymore, so that these people that are paying them for sponsorships drop them. Which I think is disgusting, because at the end of the day, this YouTube is not just these guys' livelihood. Obviously, these sponsorships come into their livelihood. These people have to like pay the bills. These people have to support their families. Like H2O Delirious has recently had a child, man, and this guy's Omreca's trying to ruin this guy's life, and Delirious has just had a little baby. Like, that's sick. You know what I mean? This guy has a baby and needs to provide for this baby, and Ohm's just like, no, fuck that. I'm gonna like say some shit about you online because I'm a pussy. You know, he won't say it in his own video. Why has he had to go on someone else's platform to come out with all this shit? You know what I mean? Like, you little rat. Like, why are you hiding? If you've got something to say it on your own channel. Don't hide behind someone else and think it's okay. And going back to the past, and obviously we all know about this, everybody fucking does it, but Ohm brings up Terrorizer and saying that Terrorizer, you know, look, all the shit last year with Terrorizer. Let's be real for like a few seconds, yeah? What Minilad did to Terrorizer was Minilad's fault. Minilad was a twat, you know, and he openly admitted that he was in the wrong, and Omreka was still trying to defend like Mini Lad's actions by saying Terrorize was in the wrong and all this. Omreka's trying to stir shit, man. I know I'm not very informational. I don't really want to go into it as such. I just want to give my opinion on it and what I honestly think about it all. And like I said, these guys from my childhood, like the Vanos group, I've only started my channel because of these guys. Do you know what I mean? And for this one guy, this 40-year-old man, to try and cause trouble because he can't get in the group anymore because of all the shit he's done, and you know, called all his supposed friends online as well. I just think you're a dick. Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't deserve to have the platform you've got. And the sole reason he's doing this is because his channel is dead. He needs money. He needs to try and earn money to be relevant again. But problem is, Ohm is never going to be relevant. Nobody likes Omreka. Omreka only got the subs he's got because of the group. He would be part of their channel, and obviously you would get views off them. Like, this guy only got 2 mil subs because he's been playing with these guys for all these years. Honestly, I used to like Ohm when he first came around, but he's shown his true colours with this situation and the way he can do his friends over like it's nothing. I just think it's disgusting. And I just think, like, your friends come before anything, especially if you've known them for such a long time. But jealousy is just, it's not my thing, I'm going to be honest. Jealousy is just stupid to me. And, oh, like, fuck you, mate, like, seriously, you're a dick. Like, you are a vile human being. I actually tweeted at home saying how much of a vile human being he was, but he didn't respond. And I hope he does, and I hope he gets the comeuppance he deserves, because he is just a vile man. Like, doesn't deserve to have the platform he's got, doesn't deserve the fans he's got, in my opinion. Like, I mean, if you're an Omreka fan, like, whatever, but I will not stand by and let this man trash other YouTubers just because he's not part of them anymore. Like, these men are good men at the end of the day. I don't personally know them, but I know they've helped me through some shit times, and I know they've probably helped a lot of other people through shit. And at the end of the day, but they don't have to do that. They just have a job and they help us, and I think that's mint. Like, I think it's quality, honestly. I think they're like heroes in a sense, and like they say, not all heroes wear capes at the end of the day. These guys have probably helped so many people with the content, and for people like Ohm to start ruining their livelihoods and affecting their family's livelihood and their income, I think you're just a vile person, mate, and you've got nothing else to do with yourself. You must be just some bored little fucker, mate. Like, seriously. At the end of the day, I'm not the most informational person about this stuff. I don't really do these kind of videos. I've just been reading Twitter tonight, and I wanted to really, like, voice my opinion on it, to be honest, and just say, like, I think Ohm deserves a lot of abuse in a sense. Like, obviously, I don't want to promote it, but like, yeah, like, you know, fucking ruin his life, but I think he deserves to get some hate for what he's doing and trying to ruin people's livelihoods. I think it's just a dick move at the end of the day, and I think you've got nothing else to do with your life but try and hurt other people. And that to me is just like, if that's what you want to do with your life, well, you've clearly got some issues, mate. But I didn't want to go into massive detail at the end of the day, like I said, and I don't want to be pulling up tweets and stuff like that, because you could go over to Twitter and see it for yourself. I don't want to be bringing up stuff that people might not want bringing up, and there's other channels that will go into detail about everything, and you'll be able to see it all. And if you want to do that, that's fine. A great one would be TJV. I watch him, and he's got great informational videos about everything, and he did a stream when all the tweets were going on, and the guy is quality. Like, he just says it how it is, to be honest. And at the end of the day, I hope Ohm sees this video, and if you do, fuck you. You know what I mean? Like, you supported Mini Lad when Mini Lad caused a load of trouble with the group in the first place and was a pedo, and now you're trying to ruin other people because you couldn't get in the group anymore because you're just a vindictive person, and you know you're a twat pretty much. Like, we can't, like, they can't help that no one likes you at the end of the day. Don't attack people that you worked with at the end of the day. Just because you can't get in their group anymore because you did some like stupid shit, like, fuck you, man. Like, oh, honestly, man, I hope your channel gets took down. I hope you get a load of abuse, honestly. And I don't want to be toxic, but at the end of the day, you are a horrible person. You're trying to ruin these people's livelihood. Delirious tweeted a video of his daughter saying, "This is the only thing that matters to me. This is the only thing I want to provide for in this world." How the fuck do you want to attack that? But whatever. That's my opinion. Like I said, I didn't go into massive detail, guys. I do apologise for that, but I just don't want to get involved. But I just want to pretty much say, fuck Ohm. You know, the guy is an ass, and he's just trying to cause trouble for people that don't deserve it. I've always loved the Vanos group. I always will. I'll always look up to him, and that's the way it's going to be. And I hope that Delirious, Wildcat, I hope you're all okay. Again, big up Marcel for openly coming out. Hope Terrorizer, you're doing well, Vanos. And I noticed that Noglas took his time away from Twitter. He did post yesterday that he's going to take a sidelines, and I think he knew that was because this was all going to come out. And the way it's looking at the moment, I don't want the Vanos group to split because of this, but that's the approach I'm seeing. And if that does happen, that's going to be really sad because, like I said, that's my childhood. I look up to these guys. But honestly, go and look at Twitter, guys. Let me know your opinion. I've said my opinion. I don't want to go into much detail, like I said, but fuck Ohm. Honestly, man, if you're seeing this, you're a dick, and like, I don't get why you're doing it. Like, get a life, you know what I mean? But yeah, he was always on, like, he always tried to support Mini Lad, but Mini Lad's a tool as well. But fuck you all. You've caused some really shit, man. Really, like, hurt a lot of people, and for what? What are you gonna get out of it? But anyway, guys, hope you like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know your opinions again. Make sure you go and check out Twitter. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.